Okay, so off camera I did a little work and working on this, trying to decide whether to carve from the front to the back to the front, or just from the middle out. And it looks like what I'm going to do is carve this back. Let me put another mark on there. I've done some remarking. This will be in red, but had to move his hand a little bit and put his chin down here. This is going to be in red. I can take this part out and this will push this back like that and get a pretty good size figure there. This headdress should come on down like that, so I think I'm pretty safe just taking this off. And I'll try to match that on the other side to keep it straight and push all this back. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Had to redraw in the gun, drew in the side a little bit more, drew in this arm. That's going to be a tricky part, trying to figure that out for me, but I think I'm pretty close right there. And once I get kind of this profile, I know also that I'm going to need to push the face back, get a smooth transition on this part instead of having this sticking out. The farthest part on his head will be his nose, so I'll stick it out there and then cut that back to the nose and kind of back in like that, something like that. And well, I don't even know if you can see that or not, but that'll be the way that looks. I'll leave the nose out here, put that back, but take out a bunch of ways. Again, we'll cut this out and work on the back. And what I'll do is I'll just take, like here, I'll mark it with that marker and go over here to this side. That's about where that line is. So from there, and I'll just line up my hand on that and over here and draw that in. That's kind of going to be where that comes out. So for the headdress, and again, leaving a lot of wood. Don't want to get down there and cut it through somewhere, cut it too shallow. So leave it pretty thick for now. And let me get this cut off. I'll cut this off, and just that's kind of my process of thinking through this, like whether to move it all back. But I think it's pretty good position on the board just to work, just to leave the inside and work out. So let me get over here. I do need to sharpen a chisel or two, then I'll get to hammering on it. Okay, a couple things. I tried to get this focused in real good. Well, I don't know what that is that fell. I'm supposed to be the only thing out here. Also, there's a hissing noise. That's the indoor safe propane heater that I've got lit. So I was just about to say, if you hear a hissing noise, it's not a snake, it's my heater. And that also led me to remind y'all that if a snake does show up in here, this will be a blank video because I'll be gone. I'll be out. Not scared of snakes, but have a healthy respect for them. They can own this place for a little while. Several years ago it did. There was a copperhead that took up residence in here for a short time. Let's see. Just gonna curve. Yeah, just cut it straight across. It's gonna be the bottom of the headdress. Man, that thing moves. We're gonna have to get a wrench, tighten that up tomorrow. trying to cut it straight across there. Not worried about taking a whole lot off, but certainly don't want to take too much, and I'm nowhere near that. I hope. Pretty sure. And also something that's supposed to help is like I leave this when I get over here to this side, and that way when I cut it from this side it'll be a clean cut. If anything breaks off, this should be back there in the middle where I've got plenty of wood. Instead of if you just keep driving it from that side, you can, you know, if you keep cutting from that side, this side will pop off, then you've lost part of an arm and cause great annoyance and grief, not grievance, but what I'm using here is number 7, big number 7, about a palm's width, probably about close to 4 inches. I don't know what that is in centimeters. Like how that broke off right there, I knew I was in good shape, but I try to keep from doing that on the edges. And now I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to cut through under the chin. Right there I'm going to push the neckline back. Also, just bear with me, I've got what I call the East Texas crud, kind of a cold. Don't feel too bad, but man, I sound bad. All this can go back. And what I've done, I've just cut up under there, and I'll just pull that out of the way. I know it's got to go back more, but I'm not too worried about it right now. And I'll be moving around quite a bit, or moving this one. It's pretty thick. I think that's going to be about where that needs to be. So I've got his when I drew his face on here, let me get that. Like when I drew his face on here, I just drew the face, and then I realized, oh yeah, he's got a little bit of a goatee, so had to add some space down here for the goatee. So when I'm pushing that back, I've got to remember not to use this line, but to go back there, and I'm gonna cut that back a bit more and push this arm back. And just looking, the shoulder should be about there, so I'm good to go back to there. And also I just thought he had this, I don't know what he made his out of, but this little ermine looking thing down here, so I can't cut up to the side of the face. I just need to cut into that. So that's probably about as far as that needs to go. Draw about where his shoulder is. Get that back in there. And I'll mark that with a red marker where you can see it a little bit better. Just go up to there, because I'll leave this as that ermine, a little white furry thing that hangs down. And I'll draw it in there with red so I'll remember. Maybe. Okay, so this is where I got this thing now. And on this back part, all this needs to come out. So while most of this is flat, I'm going to lay it down over here on the bench and carve out this. I'll leave it real wide though, so I'll have a lot to work with later. I'm going to do that off camera and just to get that knocked out. Here's what that looks like now. I just started in here cutting out a circle with this gouge I use all the time. And just keep going in there and digging that out. I'm going to leave it right there for now. It'll have a little shape, and I don't know exactly how they'll look, but I want to stop there for now on that part.